Hello everyone, dear friends. You're on my channel and today we'll deal with Anna's problem. Hello Anna, tell me what happened.
My husband and I have been married for 6 years. We met at work, both of us in ordinary positions at the time. 4 years ago, we received an invitation from our own company to move to Krasnodar, but to a middle management position. At the new place, my husband's career went uphill. He became a manager and was generally happy despite a lot of difficulties at work. Things did not work out so well for me. I was depressed almost all the time, and my relationship with my supervisor did not go well. After 3 years, I was offered to return to my hometown already in a managerial position. My husband did not like the idea as he was happy and successful. He loved Krasnodar. But for my sake, he still quit and we returned to our hometown. My husband failed to find a good vacancy and has been working at a rank and file position for a year and a half. For the last 6 months, almost every day, he accuses me of careerism. At work, I do not linger. Every morning, I cook lunch, do the cleaning. At homework, do not take. That I was obliged to help him when moving, but did not help IMHR and therefore should have helped to find a good job, prepare a resume, and so on. That I went to Krasnodar only for the job and returned to his hometown only for her sake. That he, for my sake, became a victim and I am a traitor. I am grateful to my husband for helping me out of my depression, forgetting about myself, but I don't know how to handle the situation. I can't think of or find something that suits him because he himself now doesn't know what he wants to do. According to my husband, it is now my responsibility to get him out of his depressed state and help him. But I don't know how. I try to suggest discussing options, but my husband says we should have discussed it earlier. Now I am obligated to resolve the situation myself. Communication is not working out. I hear accusations that turn to yelling on a daily basis. My husband expects help, and I don't know how to help, and with the stress at home, I can't think of anything. I hear constant accusations that I am happy at work and only love work and don't care about him. And I would like to repair the relationship and see my husband calm and happy.
There are ups and downs in everyone's life. It's the same in family life. There are periods of harmony and happiness, and there are times of crisis. And at the time of such crises, partners should behave as a united and cohesive team which wants to solve the problem in unity and harmony. Apparently, you and your spouse are not able to solve in this way. What to do in such situations? First, it is better to communicate with him with questions. Do not try to explain or justify something, but just ask questions, answering which he himself will come to the right conclusion. For example, you can ask him what he wants. How does he see a way out of the situation? What does each of you need to do specifically? Moreover, many of us have what is called the resistance effect, especially children, teenagers, or people in childish positions. It manifests itself in the fact that we tend to resist the opinion or advice of another person whom we consider to be our opponent, despite the fact that this opinion or advice may be very correct and useful. So, to avoid this effect, it is better to communicate with questions, because in this case we do not impose anything and sincerely interested in the opinion of the interlocutor, while correctly selecting questions in a single logical chain. Secondly, we should remember that under stress our brain's ability to think rationally decreases. Simply put, the higher the stress, the more we are prone to rash words and actions. If this is the case, it's a good idea to make sure your spouse lowers his or her stress level. Offer to go for a walk in the evening. Go to a movie theater, restaurant, or some workshops. By the way, sports activities very quickly relieve stress. Third, it is worth to deal with the root cause of the problem and be ready to change. After all, the whole situation spun as a result of the fact that you have depression because of work in Why you could not adapt there? Why is it important for you to occupy a significant position? Why didn't you both consider the possible risks of moving from Krasnodar? And much more. And fourth, you should take into account that, apparently, currently your spouse is not yet depressed, although such a diagnosis can be made only by a psychiatrist or psychotherapist. Although, if the situation is not corrected, then most likely it will come to him and will be expressed in the fact that he will no longer shout and find out the relationship, but just snickets and stop showing interest in everything. Therefore, it is better not to waste time and try to help your spouse to seek help from a specialist. Or if he flatly refuses yourself to seek qualified help to get the necessary skills that can be used in communication with him to help him solve the arising and insurmountable, as it seems to him, difficulties to adapt to the situation. To take responsibility for their lives in their own hands and act together. I'm sure everything will work out for you. Well, and you do not forget to subscribe and put a like. Thank you for your attention.